ready? Yeah. We the winners, baby.
We going. We love, we live, we travel. Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, we thank you for this food may bring nourishment unto our bodies, and we sanctify it in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Gator Gang!
Yeah, man.
Welcome to Love Live Travel Lockdown Edition. We are the KOENAS. I am Moratwa.
And I am Mr. Kwena.
Yeah.
And I'm Lehlogonolo. Hi.
Yes, guys. So this is our lockdown partner for the next few
21.
weeks.
How many? 19 days.
Yeah.
No, there's 19 days left, guys.
Yeah.
Just 19.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, welcome to our first official MUKBANG.
MUKBANG.
BRAAI MUKBANG on the channel. So I hope you guys are also MUKBANGing with us.
Yeah.
We are having BRAAI flows.
I'm in there.
I made a very hot salsa. So I'm not eating.
That's really good.
But yeah, we hope
There it is.
we hope you've got your drink in hand, something to eat, so that you're with us during this.
Please.
BRAAI master over here, partner in all crimes.
Yeah, man.
We're good. So, what are we going to talk about today?
What are we going to talk about today?
I think we're going to talk about
This food. Oh, God. I'm sorry, y'all, but
You guys are
so we got some ribs, we got some wars, we got some liver and chicken,
Yeah, guys.
garlic bread, Greek salad, chakalaka and salsa. And the drinks. We got the drinks. So yeah, guys, we're going to talk about relationship stuff from three perspectives.
What are the three
Perspective, male perspective,
the
queer perspective,
so extra, right?
very extra, and yeah, myself as a woman. Some questions obviously they have to do with singleness. So the only single here.
Is he single?
Oh,
Are you, John?
are you available?
We don't know.
We don't know. But yeah, guys, so because we're married, obviously we're not in the shoes of the singles, and there's only so much we can really share, because I haven't been single for 8 years now, and so my knowledge on singleness is very outdated, so I can stand in that and I will own that, but just from a woman, as a woman, you know, being surrounded by women who are still, my friends who are still looking, people who are still looking, hearing stories, I think I can share.
Yeah.
You know, I think I can still share about those
few
things.
things, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also try, guys. I've been out the game for so long.
Yeah.
Forget these things. Hey, these dogs.
I won't try, y'all. I will tell you how I feel. Whether in a relationship or not, okay? I will say it. I won't.
What do you do to prepare for a potential relationship?
You need to prepare yourself first, you know? So do a very deep introspective of yourself and what you want as a person and what you expect from someone else, you know what I mean? Because if you go into a relationship not knowing who you are, how is that gonna work? How do you find someone if you haven't found yourself? So I think that would be the first point from my side, that just know yourself, know your likes, know your dislikes, know your deal breakers.
It's important to know those.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of compromises that we take that are not really, that we're not supposed to take. Because we said, no, we don't want this. You tell yourself, no, I can battle this, I can battle that. And then the next thing you find yourself in that mess. Because you didn't stay true to yourself. You know?
Okay.
How do you prepare yourself as a queer man? You don't. You really don't. Because there's a lot of them are not ready. I will say that.
Okay.
because I feel like a lot of them are not ready and a lot of them are exploring. So it's really, really difficult.
What
to
does
be
ready look like?
What does really look like?
Ready.
Ready looks like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm like ready's past your 20, like your 30s and the mid 40s into your late 30s. Let's just say late 30s, because honestly speaking, a lot of them just want to explore a lot of themselves. They want to taste everything under the sun before they actually commit themselves to this one person. You know, I know a lot of friends, they say no, I still want to just see what the world has out there, because they're not really ready. So ready looks like somebody who's gone through it all.
Who's out?
Yeah. Yes, out. You better be out, y'all. Because honestly, child, you don't want to deal with a closet case, because there's a lot of people who are in the closet and who want to hide with you. And you honestly just also don't want to take them out. You want to respect their journey into coming out, because it's a really, really lovely journey.
Yeah.
But also you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and expect marriage in the first 5 years of your relationship, and that person has still not come out, or they're still dealing with a lot of things. The point here is not to rush in the gay scene. So the slower you drive, the further you get.
Yeah. That liver was so tough to get into.
Okay.
Like getting into a relationship. But yeah.
Oh, wow. The whole entire liver.
Women are generally just always ready, It's like you guys are born.
No.
Not really.
I beg to differ.
Not really.
Because so many women are just like ready to do this thing.
My thing
Guys are
is,
usually the ones that are like, not
I think from a woman's perspective, because you're always waiting, because we're not taught to pursue as women. We're not taught to go out there and ask a guy out. We're not taught to, but I mean, now times have changed. People do have the liver. They slide in the DMs and they go for that man.
Yeah.
And so you'll never know if you're truly ready until you're approached. And so whilst you wait to being approached, I guess it's those things. You keep implanting it's like little seeds.
Okay.
You work on yourself before you want someone in your space. And so I agree, you get to know yourself. What do you like first? What can you compromise first? What can't you compromise first?
Yeah.
Small things like, how do you deal with conflict? And you see it in your friendships, you see it at home with your family, and shucks, now you real life with this person. Not even for the rest of your life, for 6 months, for 2 weeks, getting to know this person. What things of yourself are you willing to also put out there? Preparing yourself, it means, loving yourself, guys. I always say you'll never find your guy in the constraints of your bedroom. You have to put yourself out there.
But then how far of yourself do you love? Because we keep saying like you must love yourself, and then people end up saying, no, I love myself and I do this, and then they do that. Then they end up becoming selfish and not aware that there's a certain extent of love of yourself that you can really give out there.
But I think loving yourself is like your worth, knowing your self-worth, knowing, and if you know your worth, you will know if a guy is ghosting you, for example. If you know your worth, you're gonna take that ghosting and you're gonna ghost yourself out of there, But if you don't know your worth and you're relying so much on this love and this attention, you will wait for him to unghost you, and then you're gonna cry and beg
and then complain.
But had you known that, hey, shucks, actually he's not an indispensable commodity, I can live, he is irreplaceable, it makes it so much better. And that's because you love yourself so much. When you love yourself so much, you only want the best for yourself.
That's true.
And you're not going to settle for anything half,
But do you think women are ready in general, or are they ready, do they like the idea of love or the idea of a relationship? Because I find a lot of women, they're in love with the idea of being in a relationship and the idea of being in somebody, committing to somebody.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, they're probably not even ready for that relationship themselves.
That's true. That is true.
Because I find that with a lot of women, they get into relationships based on if does that man have enough money? Does this man have this? Does this man do this? 1, 2, 3. True. To find that they have no compatibility whatsoever.
Yeah, but I think it's that thing. It's that innate. I mean, we're all born to, love, be loved, be with someone. Like on Recipes of Love, we were called to relate to one another. So all of us, regardless of the fact that, society is saying, go in, get there, we all innately have that desire to be with someone.
True.
And yeah, sometimes perhaps our desire is just over based on what society is saying. But sometimes you do feel alone, guys. You do feel lonely. Sometimes you do want that call. You do want that hug. You do want someone to share your everyday.
Then get a shag buddy. Don't you damn expect a whole man. No, honey. No. If you want some of that hug and some of that D and some of that this, get yourself a shag buddy. There are a lot of men willing to do that now.
That's not fair, because there are people who genuinely just want to be loved.
Yeah, they want to be loved, but then, some people are not ready for that.
Okay, they say that.
They're not ready.
They're not.
Like, they're genuinely not ready. And you can see when somebody's not ready.
Yeah, we think we are ready.
When somebody thinks they're ready, they want to control everything. And I always feel like love should just be so effortless.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a dictatorship. Shouldn't be this person over controlling this moment or this or that, do this. It should just flow.
But can you ever truly be ready though, Chum?
Really, because honestly, dealing with somebody
you're
else.
dealing with someone else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Essentially. So you could be ready, and then you find that the person is on a different page.
That's a problem. That's a problem because we love, that's what I was saying earlier, we love the idea of it all. Because then you fall in love with this beautiful picture with this beautiful thing, and you see this person, you put them in that picture, and you just go, this is it. This is what I love. This is the person I'm going to have. Yeah. But then they're not there.
That's true.
And they've given you signs that they don't want to be there.
No.
You've just chose to ignore them.
Shucks, what are some of the signs what signs have you used to show someone that you're not trying to, and they just didn't get it?
No, I'm very direct. I'm straightforward. I didn't play around. If I'm not feeling you, I'll tell you from get-go. I won't even reel you in and waste your time.
But what are some of the things guys do?
Well, it depends. Usually some guys, they might not be into you, but they want the other things. You know what I mean? The nice things.
Like I said, if the person wants a shag, give them a shag, honey. Get yourself a shag. Get a shag and move on. I'm all about getting a shag, but
there it is.
This commitment thing.
The views and opinions expressed by the parties in here are solely not similar of those of the KOENAS.
Sorry, y'all. I'm just saying. But I mean, really, like sometimes we never actually talk about that. We never talk about the real story that literally, like some of the people are actually not even looking to marry you.
Yeah.
They honestly
just want the cookie.
They really just want to have fun, and then there you are, you wanting the whole world, and that person told you from the word "kwe."
But they don't say. That's
they do. Some men do. Most men do.
Some don't.
And I will protect them in saying that most men do. Most men do say how they feel from the word go. We just end up developing way too many things.
And you try to change him.
Yeah, you try to change. Child, you never can change a man, or you can never change a person. Period.
But I'm just saying, from what I'm hearing, men are not as explicit anymore. And you'll tell me all the nice things I want to hear.
Of course, because I want to tell you all the nice things because I need to get what I need to get.
But that's not fair, guys.
When was it fair?
Also, this thing of being direct, you can't just walk up to someone and say, hey, I just want the cake. That person's gonna go away.
But
So now as a man, you have to now try.
Well, I wish y'all were gay
prove
because,
that you're
honey,
worthy of this cake.
with the queers,
how does it work with
it
the
is
queers?
horrible. It's a dog world out there, honey. They say it like it is. Listen, I just want the cooks, or just the whole ass, or I just want the D, and that's about it.
Have you been cheated on?
Yes, and I've seen it happen in my face.
And how did you deal with it?
I was like, okay. But I mean, also in the gay scene, gays are so touchy and kissy, and so it's not very easy to be jealous. Well, I don't know. I'm speaking for myself here. It's not easy to be jealous for me because I'm like, okay, they touch and then they like to, be a little. It's when you see your partner investing in that touching that you're like, oh, okay. I'm gonna lose that nigga. And you're like, okay, go, bye.
Have you been cheated on, Buba?
Yes, I have been cheated on.
How was it?
It was painful, guys.
Really?
It's very
You guys think being cheated on is
I gave
painful?
it my all, and then boom. So that is, it's life.
But
You just move on.
did that cause you to cheat on other people?
Not really, because I was a cheater before that happened. So
I'm glad we said that out loud.
Yeah, as I won't say, I wouldn't
No.
really know. But yeah, it was tough.
But I feel like I wouldn't be hurt if somebody cheated on me.
But it takes away something from
It
you.
does, because you invest
Yeah,
so much
but
into this
it takes nothing
relationship.
away from you.
But as much as people always say, if I get cheated on, it has nothing to do with me, and I never think it was you, my friend. It's hard to never think it wasn't you, because that person really took a moment out of your togetherness to find something else.
Yeah.
So it does, to be honest, it does feel like, is there something I didn't do properly, or is there something I didn't say? No matter how much your self-worth is, and no matter how much you love yourself, you always think in the back of your mind, and you train yourself to remind yourself that, look, it has nothing to do with you. It's that person's ego, or that person's greed, or that person not being able
But
to...
sometimes it's like reading
you
a
know?
book, guys. You read a book and
Yeah.
every chapter is completely different. You learn so many things about that person, and that person cheats on you, and you learn, okay, in this chapter of my life, what did I do to add to that?
Sure, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? What did I do to add to that chapter to say, okay, I might have given him enough reason, or it doesn't always have to be you who's the problem as well. You could say, okay, it was time to move on, because there were certain things about ourselves that I wasn't liking, that person wasn't liking. It's just that none of us wanted to say it. That's when cheating happens. Because sometimes it's just like, there's no need to say it.
Okay.
No, but
Sometimes
I think
it's
you
like,
must say...
sometimes it's already there.
I think you
sometimes
must say...
Yeah, you have to say it, but some things you
Yeah.
say and they fall on...
And some people don't wanna
fall
even
on
listen.
What ears?
Deaf ears.
Deaf ears.
some people don't even want to listen, so
But
you
I've
know.
never
If
heard of
that's
a
the
guy.
case, then yes.
But I've never heard of a guy coming to you saying, "Ish, you know what? You're not really great in this department. So, yeah, I think I might just."
Well, I don't think
They
anyone can
first
say
go
that.
and then they come back and say, "You're not really great in that department."
Well,
That's
after
why
you've caught them. But
So
that's why
that
it's-
breaks that honesty thing.
yeah, that's why it's
Like,
cheating.
why can't we be just honest?
That's why it's called cheating, y'all. Hello.
Yeah, then why aren't we honest with each other, guys?
It's like writing a test. If you don't know if you don't know what you're going into, you might as well write crib notes somewhere on the thigh, somewhere. You're gonna cheat.
No, it's painful, guys. That thing is painful. I don't want to lie to you. It's, yeah, it is painful.
You just need to learn. I feel like if somebody's cheating on you, you just need to learn how to also look at yourself instead of saying no, but he cheated. You know? Yes, he cheated, or she like the girl cheated, but you need to understand exactly why. Because sometimes there's a lot of things you're doing wrong that you were never taught, because we come from all these different families. We have to take all 20 years of 30 years of unlearning and now give it to somebody else who's completely has their own 20 and 30 years of living.
But Chum, that's gonna breed so much
Yeah.
insecurity. Because now you're gonna literally blame yourself for everything.
For
No, I won't.
And there are some
No, you
things
will.
you'll find you're not even the problem. It's him.
Yeah,
Why
it's
is
him.
he cheating?
It's him.
Yeah.
Because I think if you go that route,
I'm cheating because I'm
you'll never
unhappy.
be-
That's what you cheat for.
With yourself.
Yeah, I guess. But
That
I'm
is deep.
No, it's a deep question.
I mean,
Why are you unhappy?
I'd be
That's what we'll need to know.
because you're unhappy because there's certain things that are not met. There's certain things. See, there's this thing called Bizam honeymoon. I mean, that's a bloody thing. Honestly, because in the honeymoon phases of all the relationships, you guys tell each other what you don't like.
Yeah.
You tell each other what you like, and then you agree to it in the honeymoon phase. Not realizing that those were actually your deal breakers. Down the line, you're like,
Yeah.
Oh my
and click,
gosh.
you know?
Yeah. And
Akibadli.
you start compromising.
And you
know?
start
And he does
compromising.
that one thing you don't like. You compromise because, at least the three things he's
But you,
doing right.
you had to
spoke
discuss it
about
in the
But you
honeymoon.
knew that's your thing.
That's what I'm saying. That person was honest with you and said in the honeymoon phases, said, no, man, I got the one to do it.
Yeah.
Well, or no, I got the one to do it. Okay, or no, but it's okay. It's not that bad. Wait. 3 weeks down the line, 5 months, a year later. Hi, and like I get out of that thing. Really, honey? Really?
What are your deal breakers?
Well, number one, I would say someone who's not reliable. Someone I can't trust, you know. Because trust is a very important thing for me. So that would be the first deal breaker. If I can't trust you, you're out.
Yeah.
Number two, loba busy nyana, so.
Wait, can you see a trusting person? Like,
No, trust you
during
feel
the
it.
chat.
Yeah,
You feel it.
it's a deep down.
Yeah, you feel it in your interactions with the person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not something you can tell on day one, obviously, but as time goes, you can feel, oh no, man, this person is not reliable.
Is it also a deal breaker if you're not trusted?
If I'm not trusted,
If you feel that you're not trusted?
yes, that is also a deal breaker. But that one is a bit more. We can be a bit more lenient with that one.
Oh,
Because, I mean,
really?
can you fully trust someone?
No.
I don't know. In a relationship, I feel like somehow there'll always be a bit of doubt. So
But it
Yeah,
shouldn't.
but
that would be
yeah.
the
Yeah, but
deal.
it shouldn't be like that.
No,
little-
we're not in a relationship. We're in a marriage.
But what?
No, you're in a marriage now. That's a different call.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're talking about
If
relationship.
y'all didn't trust each other, it's a bit late for that now.
Yeah,
because
if you
you're in
didn't trust me back then,
I mean, really?
it wouldn't have worked. It would not have worked.
Really? I mean, really, Tom?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, number
Come on.
two, yeah, someone who's just busy, man. If you're just always out and I try to call you, you're not answering your calls. To me, man, and you're always just out, or not every day, you just, you know.
and
and I
you
have to
say,
make
"What's
appointments and schedules just to see you, you know. That's a
What?
deal.
Guys, you know, he made me feel like I would have to make appointments. Now he's out here calling that a deal breaker.
Well, but this is my
Okay.
deal breakers, okay?
Okay.
Child, you know?
You know, and yeah, man, I mean, just a connection, just have a genuine connection. If I don't connect with you, let's keep it. Conversation, you know. We can't sit in a car and drive 30 Ks without talking, or just, you know, we have to just constantly be chatting and just, you know, interacting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I feel like I don't have a connection and I don't really feel like talking to you, deal breaker.
There are times where he wouldn't feel like talking to me. You know, this is very awkward right now.
No, but I feel like I talk to you like all the time. Like literally. Like I speak to you 24/7.
And I mean,
So when we are in the car, I just, you know, a little 3-minute song doesn't hurt. You know, we just,
yeah, I mean,
we just,
three of like
you
three,
know, like just
three of the whole ride home
just
is
have a little playlist
a
and
little
enjoy
awkward, but
the
I mean,
music when we're driving.
Yeah, you see now, guys,
There's
now it's
nothing wrong with
enjoy the
that.
music, but during the singleness, it's, yeah, we need to talk all 30 minutes.
Yeah, we need to talk all the way home. Child.
And now it's
That's
like,
because you
oh,
guys aren't together.
you hear
so.
that song?
I feel like
Remember,
yes,
it's been-
between guys, you always trying to impress.
What are your deal breakers?
Shucks, guys, my deal breakers.
What
Number
were you?
one, infidelity, guys. Look, guys. There are a lot of things you can put up with, but yeah, it's just don't cheat for me. And it's not like you can, but you can smell a cheater when you.
Yeah, from the word
Yeah,
guys,
you can't.
really.
No, you
Can't.
can smell him.
Some people are serial
You
cheaters.
can smell. So, ladies, those of you who are still, you know, checking if you want to be with a guy or not, do your background check. Do your, you know,
Men,
Yes.
if you
So
feel
background checks.
no,
the same
do-
applies
does
to
a
men,
background
yo,
check
because
help?
and queers and all these creatures in the world.
does.
Background check.
Yeah, it
For your
does.
ex, if the ex says, yeah, he cheated on
No,
me.
it's not like
Doesn't
you're
mean I'm
calling
gonna cheat
exes
on
now.
you.
Guys, would you have a
Okay.
conversation with your ex's ex?
Yeah.
Just to find out.
No. Would you have a conversation? Okay, wait. Let me phrase this.
With
properly.
your
Yes,
ex's
with
ex.
your
With your like with your
person's ex.
with your person's ex, for example. I would.
That's a bit creepy, but
I would want to know exactly how
What
they
I'm
felt.
dealing
don't you
with.
think that
No,
person
it's not
might
about
be
dealing
bitter
with.
and just say all the wrong things?
They will say the right
Hey,
things. And I feel like the exes always say the right
They won't
things.
tell you the good things. They'll tell you all the bad.
Yeah,
They'll say,
well, I'm already experiencing greatness. So I just want to hear the other
wanna
things
hear
that I'm
the
not
bad.
experiencing yet.
Shucks, that is deep. Yeah,
I mean, like, Kijamanati, who lovely, who cute, who moi.
Yeah.
So that's a given.
Yeah,
I want to
that's
hear
deep.
that part.
I know there are some people who are still friends with their partner's exes or their
Manati.
Partners, exes.
yeah, there are people who are friends with their partner's exes.
Okay.
I mean, that's not
Yeah.
a bad thing. I feel like they will tell you exactly how they experience. It doesn't change what you're going to experience, really. Because that person might have you guys might click in that mess that he is. that would be exactly what you want and what you need.
That's how, guys, I found out that he was dogging me. Story time, quickly. So,
Dogging me?
so guys, so we weren't really dating. We were still flinging, right?
Yeah.
We were still flinging. And
It's not necessary, guys. Why are we
No,
even-
I mean, we have to just...
story time.
Come on, it's just a quick
That's a
story.
different episode.
What are you crying about?
So
It doesn't matter, guys.
it was before we're dating, you know, we're flinging, getting to know each other, and then so there was this like family friend chick that I thought
yet
was
to
his
be
family friend. Kanti, he was flinging with us at the same time. But because I'm friends with this chick, she was able to tell me that no, but I'm vibing with him. Then I'm like, no, but I'm vibing with him.
Chum, I don't blame me. Kitty, wait. You know, sometimes you check out, let's all right, the cookie when I got left. The one I can't
So yeah, it has happened,
Yes.
guys, where you do communicate with your person's ex too, you know.
You know,
and
to-
it
to-
happens. It happens.
to share notes. I mean,
It happens.
I don't think it's a bad thing to share notes, to share each
Yeah.
other's experiences. You're just letting that other person, this is what I've experienced. You know, you may not be experiencing it.
Yeah.
You know, and chances are I won't be experiencing what you experienced because
Yeah, because
that person
here I
is
am
different
now.
towards me.
Yeah.
We share different connections. We're
Yeah,
using
that's true.
different ways of life. We shouldn't be afraid of somebody saying something that is not kosher
Yeah.
about you. You're not like people
You've
act accordingly.
changed. Yeah, you've changed. You've changed.
People
That's
really
true.
act accordingly. So if ex mutwaka mfonele.
Chom, what are your deal breakers?
I'm not finished though.
Oh.
Okay, it's like yeah.
Sorry.
Mfonele. Usathatha call.
We might even. Okay, so first, yeah, deal breaker, infidelity, don't cheat. Number 2, guys, I just needed someone who had a sense of
Direction.
we are going high and high. Like if you don't know where you're going, best believe you don't know where you're taking me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, for me that was just like I don't know, but it's your background thing. Like because I grew up in a family where
Yeah.
look, the minute I was born, I knew ABC. Like I literally A B C D E F G go
look
to
at Army, Chon. No, look
university,
at Army.
get a master's degree, then your PhD. That's direction. Do you get what I'm saying? And so because I grew up with that sense of I know where I'm going, it was hard to date guys who just
Wanna
were
relax.
not matching up. And number 3 is standing by your word. Like a person who doesn't stand by their
deal.
word stands in their
Abuleleka
truth. And I'm sorry, you're wasting my time. Because that's the thing. Essentially, there's going to be a time in that relationship where you're going to have to defend your person. And if there are going to be times, where you'll get an SMS from someone saying, hey, I was with your girl last night. Do you get what I'm saying? And if in that moment you can't stand by the fact that you know this girl or you stand by what
Or
you said you're
motona
going
tweet.
to do. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And when are you here and there and no.
100%.
I'm sorry. So stick by what you said you're gonna do and be able to stand for your person. If you can't share,
Yeah.
you find yourself dating people, guys, and don't be that person you're dating someone and they're denying you out in the streets.
Hey,
There are girls who are being denied out there in the streets.
banna ba bang ke di vaslapi guys. It's gore ke ba tshwara ma ba tlogela. Hey, at least
No, Vasla.
Your deal breakers. And move on to the
my
last
deal
question.
breaker is I don't want somebody who doesn't know who they are at all. Like that's my deal breaker. You have to know exactly, not exactly as but you have to know exactly who you are inside, and I mustn't be able to change that.
Yeah.
I like knowing that person is sticking to who they are. They know what they are. They know where they're going, and I'm only supposed to be there to add to the happiness you have.
Yeah.
Ultimately. And I don't want to be feeling like I'm an entire happiness to your life. That's just also overwhelming. You have to realize that I'm also kind of trying to be responsible for my own happiness. And now here you are putting the whole weight, to be responsible for happiness. Yeah,
That's
a deal
obsession.
breaker. Yeah, that's a deal breaker for me. So another deal breaker, also I want somebody with a gherkin effect. Hold your gherkin or sour and then that thing, and they come here. That's exactly what I want. I want somebody to go like every single time or every time, even when we have a fight, I must just go, oh my God, that person looks sexy while they're doing that.
Yeah.
So that feeling for me can't go. That's one thing I'm not gonna compromise on, is the feeling of wanting you or constantly being aware that you're there and making me happy. I don't want to question that.
Is that something he must do constantly for you to feel that feeling?
No, because
it's you.
But then this goes with my other like thing. In the honeymoon phase, things shouldn't change after the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we say that's when we say, "Hora, I can battle this, I can battle that, I can battle this, I can battle that." You know, that's when my biggest deal breaker is that we don't stick to what we agreed on from the word go. When we were in love, when everything was great, when you know, that shouldn't change, because ultimately that's what I fell in love with, or that's what I'm really like enjoying about you. That happiness, that seeing you always happy, seeing you always great to see me, seeing you excited, even when we angry at each other, like it doesn't need a whole marathon, you know, to fix it. It doesn't need a whole marathon, because I don't feel like we know what the problem is. Let's discuss it quickly. Let's get over it. Move. And then we can have the beautiful sex about it afterwards. I mean, it's good to have after like the whole fight sex. And the quicker we get rid of that, the better. So I don't like dwelling. So those are my deal breakers. I don't want to question you, and I don't want you to question me. I want it to just flow.
Awesome.
Booba, you're still eating.
Yeah, 10 hours later.
5 hours later, honestly.
No, that's how lovely this conversation was.
Yeah.
Because, you know, guys, be sure to ask us any questions you'd like us to engage with more.
Yeah, don't be shy.
In the comment section.
It's really not
Go
necessary.
deep. We are here. It's locked down. We are together. We are ready to talk about these things.
And we're ready to answer.
Yeah,
you know?
we really are.
I mean,
We really
I also feel like people should be. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Like, you can be an asshole, but also understand how to. Like, like, when I hold we comment, you know what? That bitch ain't gonna let me go. So expect it back, eh? Don't be that kind of person. So that's what, when you leave a comment and you say, I told you from the word, or this is my opinion. So don't understand
The
that.
views and opinions expressed by.
Yep. Disclaimer.
Yeah, shucks.
It's a huge disclaimer, I'm sorry, but I mean, I might as well be a cow about it now, so that you know.
That's true, but luckily the Gators love you, dude. And
Yeah, because they need to know that
awesome.
if you're gonna dish out something, I'm also gonna dish out something. It might not be nice, but you must know it's not personal.
Just expected dish.
Yeah, like it's not personal. We also trying to teach each other. This life thing wasn't prescribed to us, hey? So we mustn't all act like we know everything. Like, please, come on, be nice.
That's true. Is there such thing as the one?
No.
That's why now I'm going back to my point.
I think there is, guys.
I, all my life, was a 1 o'clock. 1-0, get the thing done. Him, all his life, was a
1/2
20 years later o'clock. And so if we went by, and that's why I'm getting to my answer. If we went by you to the T, you would never find your person.
No,
That's true.
If I went by me to the, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I would have never.
It's all about compromise at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
you can have your one, eh? But it's basically the one you are willing to put up with.
Yeah. The one
Because nobody's perfect, you know. So
Yeah.
you just need to judge those imperfections and say, can I live with this? And if you can, then that is your one, guys. Because no one is perfect. There's no person that is 100% perfect in this world.
you have to be ready to hold haraf.
Look, guys. So yeah, whatever you're willing to compromise.
I don't think there's such thing as the one. For me, the only reason why I'm saying that is because we ultimately all learning to compromise on the the other person is giving us.
Yeah.
So technically that doesn't make that person the one.
Yeah.
You can say God is the one because those are the things that you get from him.
Yeah.
You know, and they're great. They work out for you. Things are looking cute.
Yeah.
But when it comes to another human being, you have to unlearn. Like I said, you have to unlearn 20 years of something to fill in that other person's comfort and try to make them fit into that. How it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. You're also sacrificing. So it's all about what are you willing to sacrifice? Am I able to deal with that person? Every day I'm saying, like You get what I'm saying? Because if you get a pet,
Yeah.
you have to know yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because yell a lot unless you train. Like people train dogs, you
That's
know,
true.
to go on one spot, to go on a certain area, and that's literally what love ends up becoming. Being able to train your partner. Okay, say I could call papa, mara mokia corner, you know.
Yeah.
And mara like halfway.
Yeah.
There's certain things dogs can't do, and they stay in one place. So they also have to walk them out. Somewhere else, or you know, there's things that you can do in the house, and there's things you just can't do it in the house.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately learning to deal with that. That's not the one. That's called tolerance.
It's like the serenity prayer, guys. God help me to accept the things I cannot change, to know the things that I can change, and to know the difference. The wisdom, the acceptance, that's just what it is.
You must just also know the difference.
You know?
Is this? Can I change this from this person?
Yeah, and if I can't, you accept, and you know the wisdom, you know, to maneuver the things you can
And don't
can't.
force things.
And don't focus on the change, guys.
Hey, la force,
Because
man. Hey,
change is the hardest thing to do, especially, you know, with someone else. If you try to change someone, it's just a matter of time before they change back to who they were. Because it's who they
Exactly,
are.
because
So why
that's what you
try
want.
change them for them?
So
you accept the person for who they are.
So it is
Not
true.
what you
If
want them
someone
to be.
was a something before you get married, don't think marriage is gonna change them.
No.
Don't
Dali?
look, Daddy.
Why it's a criminal?
Honestly,
No,
that's where you just need the power of God to work on certain things, because whoa, Denise, the one question is very difficult. You know why I'm finding it difficult? Is because some people, they get married, they go through a divorce, then they find someone else, or some people lose their partners. So that's why it's always complex when I think, okay, did God have a specific one person for you? In the case of death, maybe it wasn't one person, it's two people.
But
You get what I'm
also,
saying?
but then also, for example, in that department, you also have to know as a person, shucks. This is why some people end up becoming friends with their exes.
Yeah.
Is because that person is really genuinely so beautiful
Yeah.
with all the other things that you don't really see the need of losing them completely because of this one thing you can't maintain.
Are you for that, Chum?
I'm really for that because the reason why I'm saying I'm for that is because there's flaws I have.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flaws I have. Like I have a lot of mistakes like myself. And to find that person can't deal with those mistakes of mine.
Yeah.
But they really, really love me and they really want to be like communicating with me all the time. They really still want to be my friends. I'm for it because I'm sharing something. I'm gonna learn more from that person just by being their friend. Just because we didn't work out as a relationship, it doesn't mean you can't teach me anything.
Shucks.
But how about your partner? Will they accept
Will your
that?
partner
Will
be
they be
okay?
okay?
I mean, really, do you have a choice?
That's tough,
You do.
Sean.
Yeah, but I'm also, if they don't want to be my friend, it's also okay. I'm not forcing you, but I will let you know when we leave that, listen, I really would like to be a friend and I really would like to be there for you and I would really like for you to be there for me. I mean, we can't share all those years of experiences. For example, you've been there with a person for 20 years. All those years, that person knows you in and out. Some you know.
Imagine, and
They
still
knows a
not
lot
the one.
about you, you know, and they're still not about you, but they know a lot about you. They were able to maintain some things really well. They were really like, and it's just that one thing. Maybe the sex wasn't good, or their communication skills were not good, and that was your pet peeve, and you just couldn't also handle it at some point
But because they were not the one.
because they
you're
were not the
willing to
one.
compromise
Exactly,
on
Mara.
those things.
And then you turn them into a friend, or you become friends, and then you realize how much that person, you realize that the way that person was going, a new journey. You go, oh, this person napalwa because of 1, 2, 3, and 5.
If you can tell ladies something, single ladies something, what would you tell them?
It's a tough world, ladies. Yeah? And you must just be prepared for this tough world. And the only way you can prepare that is by knowing yourself, understanding yourself, know what you want in life. And that will narrow down the search, you know what I mean? Because it's also tough. I'm giving this advice, but it's not guaranteed. because,
Yeah.
like I'm saying, people aren't the same.
And men
And
are dogs.
men aren't the same.
Aye.
No, men are not dogs. Man.
Aye.
Men are not dogs.
I know I used that analogy, but
And you like saying it a lot.
No.
yeah.
Men are not dogs, but just spend time.
Maybe they are. Can I tell you why? Because dogs are freaking loyal.
I tried, guys.
No, they are. They
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe men are dogs. Okay, you know what?
Spend-
Men are dogs because those things are freaking loyal. Those things will come home. You'll come home crying, and they will know when you're
They
feeling
will
sad,
lick you
and they will
and hug
love you, and they will
you.
lick you, and they will be there for you. So
There
if
it
that
is.
is the man, I'm for it, honey.
Woof, woof.
Ruff, ruff. Bark away, honey. Bark away. Okay, so sorry, Chum. You can carry
Sorry,
on.
that was a deep moment.
Yeah, wow. Sheesh. As I was saying. No, but I want to speak to the guys.
Speak to the guys.
Okay, fine. Get on. Speak to the dog.
Speak to the guys, please. Go ask us all.
To the guys out there, gents. You know, this life thing is not easy. You know, we don't have a manual for it, but we just take every day as it goes. But one thing I'll say, just be honest. You know, don't lead the lady on. You know, knowing that you don't have intentions for her.
Don't beat around the bush. They probably wanted to.
That's sad, you know, and it's painful because you're wasting someone's time. She could have been pursuing other things with someone that is more serious. You know what I mean? So gents, please, man, let's be real. Let's be straight up to the ladies. You know, tell them that, you know what, this is what I want. Make it clear from the onset. Don't let her try figure it out. Try figure you out.
Yeah, it's not
Because we're just wasting each
other.
other's time, guys. And time is valuable, guys.
Yeah.
We are at the end. Yeah. Guys.
I mean, guys are out there playing mgowo. Really? I can never count until 20 or day. The situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we're
rough,
too old
guys.
for
Our
this.
time is very limited.
Nako perfume
on this set,
fedile.
so let's just do ourselves a favor and not waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank you for that, Buba. I
Yeah.
really wish you'd also told yourself that when you were.
I wish I did tell myself that. I really wish I did.
Real.
I did.
No, this is very
Shucks.
serious. No, I
What's
agree.
your
I wouldn't
message?
have even listened to myself.
That's the thing. And that's the thing when they're in their man mode.
You can't.
They can't. I mean, honestly. But yeah, to the ladies, yeah, like I said, you know, I'm just saying, if you really, really want a guy, do that background check. The first background check is with the lawyer. I would say, yeah, with God. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, having a relationship with God, it saves you so much. Like, it saves you so much time, because when Holy Spirit is deeply seated in you and you entertain that hello, Holy Spirit already tells you, even before that, it's hell. Holy Spirit's just like, he chokes
How?
up.
No.
He chokes up your finger and it becomes hell no. Yeah, that's
Hell
what
no.
it is, you know. And so you won't even. So I pray that you have more discerning spirits about who you're gonna give your time to, honestly.
Yeah.
And to love yourself. Take care of yourself, you know, because, and that's the thing, once you get into a relationship, once you even get into marriage, you forget to take yourself out, you know, take yourself out for coffee, spoil yourself, do your hair, do your nails, buy yourself a nice top, you know, those things, like, that's love yourself, so that you're not doing it for someone, because if you're doing it for this man to come, Shem, it should be whether or not he comes or not. I'm still loving myself. I'm speaking life into myself. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Tell yourself you're worthy. Also, the man will not come while you're locked in your room. And I'm not saying be thirsty, sliding to DMs.
Yeah, don't be busy.
But don't be busy as well.
Yeah.
But for those of you who lock in your room and
Really?
you're journaling all day, yes, it's all lovely to put that down on paper, to speak it into the atmosphere. But, you know, go out. You know,
Dress
go
up
out
in a
to
cute
the,
outfit
you
and go
know,
meet somebody.
Go out, go mingle. You
Really?
know, go with friends.
Of course.
I don't know much about the Tinder dating site. You know, maybe if
Get
you
on
do know,
Tinder, get on
tell us
Grindr,
about
get
your
on all of those
experience,
things.
You know, but yeah, and I'm not saying go out and pursue. He will come, but he needs to find you ready. And so you must also be ready to let go of your bad habits. You must be ready to compromise. You must be ready
To do something.
You know, to be ready. Guys, you don't want him in your life. He makes you lose your train of thought, because honestly,
It's the worst. Can't take him anywhere.
the worst. The worst.
Can't
But yeah. Honestly, prepare yourself, lady. yeah, be ready, man. Just be ready, because anything can happen, and you don't want that anything to happen and you're not prepared. It's like Corona. It came. Were we ready as a nation?
Really?
Never. We never expected it. But and that's the thing, I'm sorry to get all political and stuff, but imagine if our healthcare was great. If our Corona would come and we just say, come. That's how you must be.
Yeah.
That's how you must be with this relationship thing. So that when he comes, you're like, oh, you're ready. You're still not thinking, what is 1 + 1? Sharp.
100%.
Honestly, be ready to learn something new. Open up yourself to learning something new. We're all different. We're all from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
We're all from different doings. We're not going to like everything.
Yeah.
But you can't assume everybody knows everything just because they taught it to you.
Yeah.
So, really, don't be that person. Don't be that person ordering, no, because ko khaira hudilele. Okay, that's yours. Great. I'm glad they did that. But
It's how I've always been. I hate
yeah,
that.
I mean, great. I take that all in, but also really understand that I come from a different side of family, you know? I mean, for example, it's like saying, you get a Christian. This is a very horrible example, but I'm gonna use it. You get a Christian man or a Christian girl, and you're a mkhonto wesizwe kind of guy who would go and and we're not willing to. There's some people who are not willing to learn from each other, only to find out that was the match. Because we're coming with two different ways of learning and two different cultures.
Yeah.
And yes, you may not believe in it, but be willing to understand why that person believes in it.
Yeah.
That's deep.
That's another topic, eh?
Yeah, that's also another
another
topic.
is
But be
another
willing,
topic.
but we'll be willing. That's my point exactly. Is that be willing to understand that we're not all from the life that you were taught.
100%.
And when you meet me on the streets and when we meet each other, be ready to start writing a different book.
Yeah. There it is.
That's deep.
And there it is, y'all.
Shucks. He took it there.
He did. He honestly did. And
yeah,
on that
guys.
note, thank you guys for tuning in
See you later.
to our mukbang.
Yeah, mukbang. Food is finished.
Food is
I know eat the
big
garlic
right
bread.
now.
Yeah, because this it's garlic in the mouth and the kissing and it's too late for
know
you.
what time it is. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Go into the comment sections, ask us more questions. What can we talk about? But that topic you just brought up, that's
That is
heated.
deep.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
thing, because I've
Actually,
got
guys,
my own
ask
views
us,
about
ask
it.
us some questions and
Yeah.
we might do another one addressing all those.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much. We started a new topic because, you know,
Hey.
we're very lippy like that. I'm
well,
very lippy like that.
Our conversation is going to continue,
Yeah.
but do stay tuned and check out our other videos.
Hey.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you.
We love, we live, we lock down,
And we mukbang.
and we mukbang,
And yeah, we are.
And now we are
freedom
done.
and we feel no.
And you are number one.
And
In our
beginning.
And it's so much fun.
Okay, we're done. Y'all can have a drink off you, of 15, like I'm going to have.